Hey guys, MOTO. I figured today I'd do a vlog on my Honda Shadow Aero. At least attempt to. Every single time I make one, the files get messed up when I try loading it on the YouTube. But yeah guys, this week's been a very weird week. You know, my scooter was broken. I rebuilt it. I drove it probably about 3-4 minutes, and it was running really weird, and it seemed like it seized up and all this other stuff. So I ended up having to pull the motor all the way back apart again. You know, took it off the scooter again, pulled the motor apart, and yeah, the cylinder wasn't getting any oil, and I have no idea why. So I basically put a different big bore kit on it again, and this time it seems like it's just fine. I got it working, drove it around just locally, you know, for now, until I could trust it that I could drive it somewhere and not have to worry about it breaking down again. So, but yeah, that's working again. I honestly think I do have a transmission problem though with it though, because like I told you guys before, when I would change the transmission fluid, or this, you know, this for the CVT transmission, whatever, I'd always get like a lot of metallic in it. So I probably sometime before winter, before I put it away, I think I'm gonna pull it apart, just the transmission, and because I want to put a short shaft in it anyway, so that way I don't have to deal with when I work on it having to take off the, you know, the shock and everything else. So they will just have the one shock on the one side, and it'll make it easier to work on if I ever need to change a tire or something, instead of having to rip half the scooter apart to get to something. And I could also run a custom exhaust, but I do got the parts for the short shaft. So, but I do got the feeling I'm going to have to replace some bearings in the transmission, I'm kind of thinking. And I think that is because they sent them to me with bad ones, because like I said, I've been getting a lot of metal shavings every single time I change it. So, and another thing is I wasn't able to ride any of my bikes this week because all 3 of them were down. This motorcycle, I went to go start it and the battery was dead. And I ended up having to order a new battery, and I just got that in today and I put it in. And my new bike, the Vader, the 125 Vader, you know, Honda Grom clone, I couldn't ride that either because I still don't have the plates for it. So I gotta wait to get all the paperwork for it in yet. But I have it, like, just driving around in my mobile home community, and yeah, that thing's pretty fun. I like it and stuff. You know, I'm going to change the gearing in it right away. I think I'm going to put in the 17th tooth front sprocket, and I believe the back sprocket's a 34, so I'll just leave that for now anyways, and see how it runs with the 17 tooth sprocket, because people are saying that they're getting close to 60 miles an hour, I believe, with that in there. I'm kind of doubting it, because it seemed like when I was driving mine around, because I kind of stuck it out on the road for a second just to see what it would do. I kind of, you know, it seems like 40, 45 would be tops for that thing right now. But I am going to try putting in the 17 tooth sprocket and see what it will do. As for carburetor mods, I don't know if I'm going to change it out. I really don't want to, because it seems like when I did that with my scooter, it just, you know, I hate changing shit around because sometimes you just make things worse. But I may rejet the carburetor though, you know. We'll see. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to leave that mostly stock though, because I don't want to have it undependable, kind of like my scooter is right now. And eventually I'm kind of thinking I might even put my scooter back to stock, or at least bring it down to a 72cc kit instead of the 80, which is actually, well, they call it a 100cc big bore kit, but it's actually an 80. But I think I might bring it down to the 72 big bore kit, because that would make it a little bit more easier on the scooter anyways. But anyways, guys, it's such a nice day today. I figured I would go for, you know, a halfway decent length ride. But I don't want to make the videos too long, because I'm sure a lot of you guys get bored watching them all the time. I mean, having I don't know how long my videos have been. Some of them have been a couple hours, you know, so I don't think I want to do that. I mean, if you guys like them that long, let me know in the comments, but otherwise I'll try to stick to like 15-20 minute videos. I decided for my my Vader, you know, the Honda Grom clone, I decided I think I'm going to name it Smurfette, because it's a small bike and it's blue. So everybody else seems to be naming their bikes, you know, girls' names after a guy, and, you know, Rider 15 named her bike after a boy, her Grom. I guess she's getting rid of her Grom, kind of a sad situation, but I mean, it's her money, it's her life, you know, I mean, let her do what she wants to do, but I for one will be sad to see it go. I was sad to see her scooter go, tell you the truth. But, you know, she wants to move up in what she rides, so I guess you can't really blame her for that, you know, but, you know, I'm sure she's like me. She lives in a community like this where it's kind of dead, you know, you can't really find people to ride with, you know. I mean, if she found people who would ride with her on a Grom, you know, I'm sure they would have a ball and she would keep it. But I mean, when it's just you riding around and all you could do is like 50 miles an hour, maybe 60 tops, I guess it would get kind of boring, you know. I mean, for me, everywhere I drive, the speed limit's basically 55 anyways, you know. I mean, these guys on this road are speeding big time, but I don't want to speed. I want to take my time and enjoy the ride today, you know. It's a nice day, sun's out, you know, so it's like, hell, just enjoy it. But yeah, you know, I watch it Cycle Cruiser now, and he's saying he wants to buy a new, he's saying now he wants to buy a new, like a Harley type bike, you know, a cruiser like this. If he's going to do it, I don't know. If I predict it, I'm going to say he probably will not. But that's just my prediction. I think he's going to test drive a couple of them, and they're not going to be fast enough for him, and he's not going to want it. I mean, this bike right here, I'm doing 55 right now, and you know, this is 750, and it's revving, you know. It's kind of, you know, these smaller motor bikes, it seems like they got them geared kind of low, so they rev up high at, you know, at low speeds. But it's a cruiser. It's not made to do, you know, 150, 200 miles an hour. So, but, you know, we're doing 60 right now, and, you know, the vibrations pick up a little more and whatever. But I believe I had this bike up to over 110 already. But it's not a comfortable ride, I'll tell you that. And I don't recommend driving that way, and I don't like driving that way. I just wanted to see what this thing could do. But once I got at that speed, I was like, oh, that's enough. I'll never go that fast. So I know what it does, and I won't have to do it anymore. But yeah, right now, guys, we're on Highway 50 headed towards Lake Geneva. So I figure I might cruise through Lake Geneva, and you know, just see how packed it's getting. We got Labor Day weekend coming up. I imagine it really won't get packed until Thursday, Friday. It'll probably start picking up. And I tell you what, Thursday and Friday, you don't want to be in Lake Geneva. You want to be as far away from Lake Geneva as possible. Stay home, have a frickin' cookout, you know. But yeah, I guess a couple people on YouTube bought some zummers, you know, like I have, because you know, I did my videos and all that, and apparently convinced them to like it, you know. And my recommendation for them is, if you put a big bore kit on it, maybe try keeping it at 40 miles an hour, because I think when you start going, pushing it harder than that, like I would get mine up to 50 something. And I think that's what destroyed the crank in it, honestly. And like I said, for that other big bore kit I bought, the one that went bad, I honestly do not know why it didn't get any oil. I turned it over for quite a while without it starting it to prime it with oil or whatever. So I would have thought it would have got some, but I don't know. But when you build one of those motors, man, make sure it's getting oil up to the head, because otherwise you'll... I wish I had it on me. I would show it to you guys. Maybe I'll show it in another video or something. Or maybe I'll make a video in my computer room and I'll show you what my computer room looks like. But, and I could show you what happened to that piston. But I think I might have thrown it away though. I don't know, I'll have to look. But yeah, it got scored so bad, and I swear to God, I think it actually seized up in the piston, or in the cylinder, I mean. Yeah, but I drove it around, like I said, today for probably about, I don't know, probably about a half an hour, just doing laps around, you know, like, I've got a bunch of farm fields by me, and I was just doing a bunch of laps around the farm fields. And it seems like it's running good again. I got a little bit of transmission noise, and that's what I was telling you guys about. So I'm going to look into that, like I said. I'll keep you guys informed in that situation. I'm actually off of work this whole week because my mom died. So kind of a sad day for me, but she was kind of suffering, so it's better that she's not, you know. I was kind of prepared for it, so I'm not like an emotional wreck like I think my sister might be. But yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, it's sad, but she's in a better place. She's with my dad now and all her friends. So I kind of think today she gave me this perfect day, you know, to go ride and, you know, talk to you guys a little bit. So maybe in my days off, maybe I'll make a couple vlogs, you know, talk a little bit. You know, I got a couple other hobbies I'm into. I also like listening to vinyl. You know, I got records, vinyl, whatever you guys want to call them, you know. I got a really nice turntable. I got like a DJ set up in my bed, well, it's a bedroom, but it's set up as like my computer room, pretty much. And like I said, maybe I'll make a video of that tonight and post it tomorrow or something. You know, I like doing stuff like that. I used to like making beer, but now that I live in a mobile home, I don't have the room for the kegerator I used to have. And you know, I had like a freezer that was converted into a refrigerator. So now I can't really do that anymore. But if you guys are into making beer or want to learn how to try, watch CraigTube. Highly recommended. Another thing, CraigTube has his own radio show. Well, you know, it's on Von Live. It's called, I believe it's called CraigTube, you know, Von Live, whatever. So check him out on there. He's on there on Friday nights, you know, most of the time anyway. And another person I like on there who's also I think he said he used to make beer, but he hasn't done it in a while. Jake and Dar, he also broadcasts on Vaughn Live, and he also makes videos of like flashlight testing and like beer reviews. Kind of cool to watch. He also does like hot pepper tasting and stuff. That's kind of hysterical. I kind of like those. Those are funny. Watching him in pain. I mean, I don't know, for some odd reason, I guess I like to see people suffer. I don't know. But those videos are funny when he eats the hot peppers and stuff. Yeah, check him out. It's Jake and Dar on YouTube. He also has his own channel. Like I said, Craig Tube on YouTube for making beer. I don't know. What else is going on in the vlogging community? You know, like I said, I like to watch Grammy Bear. He comes out with new videos quite often. Rider 115, she just came out with a new one this week. God, I think she would be so fun to ride with. She just is hysterical. It'd probably get me in a lot of trouble though, because I like to, when people get carried away like that, I like to instigate things a little farther. So I think things would get a little crazy if me and her rode together. I don't know. Who else? Yeah, like I said, I watched Fooligan. I believe he came out with a new video this week. Cycle Cruiser comes out with a video just about daily, pretty much, it seems like. Yeah, I don't know. Those are all my favorite ones, you know. What's Riding with Dave? That guy's hilarious. Oh my God. I watched his I watched one video one time. I'm like, oh, I can't watch this guy. But then now, he's funny as hell. Does some crazy shit. That's another guy who would probably get me in trouble if I rode around with him. But yeah, guys, it seems like the vlogging community with the Groms and stuff, they are great people. I mean, they just go out and have fun. I mean, they don't really, you know, they're not doing any damage what they do, you know. I mean, they popping wheelies in an empty parking lot, you know, you're not going to wreck anything. You know, I'm sure they're careful not to destroy property and stuff like that. And, you know, they know how to do wheelies and shit like that. You know, I don't think I'm going to be trying to do that with mine because I'm kind of a klutz. I would probably kill myself trying to do a wheelie. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys hate my vlogs, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing. I don't know, but oh well. You know, my vlogs will never be as exciting as theirs are, but I used to like working on cars, you know, I built my truck and all that, but that's too expensive nowadays, you know. It's like anything that's a hobby nowadays is getting expensive. You know, that's why I'm glad I have this Honda motorcycle. This thing's fucking dependable. Or, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be swearing, YouTube, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, this Honda's super dependable. I don't think I will ever have a problem with this thing, you know. I mean, the battery went dead, big deal, you know. Who knows how old the battery was that was in here. I bought this thing used, you know, with 42,000 miles. So that's what it's got right now. 42,002 miles. That's what it's got right now. But you know, it had obviously 41 something when I got it. But yeah, stupid speed bumps. Ugh, Jesus. Should jump one. Oh, probably not such a good idea. See, now this is the one thing I hate about having a motorcycle. There's a Dollar Tree here. I like buying shit. Where the fuck would I put it if I bought it? Oh boy, so no Dollar Tree for me today. Dang it. I don't know. There's probably nothing good there except for candy anyway. Cool Mini Cooper. But yeah, I like my Mini, but mine's an automatic, and the automatics suck. I guess if it goes out, it's like $4,000 to replace. I only bought the car for like $3,200, you know. I won't be fixing the transmission if it goes out. My understanding is sometimes the transmission goes out as early as 20,000 miles, so I am not going to replace the transmission and have it go out in 20,000 miles. Ooh, Hobby Town. Oh, God. Yeah, I used to like RC cars. I would really like to go in there right now. I don't know. That would just get me in. That would just make me spend a lot of money. That's like I was telling you guys. Hobbies, expensive. You know, even back when I used to race RC cars back in the 90s, you know, I bet you I had over $1,000 tied up in my car. You know, my RC car that you'd race and everything would break all the time. It was such a waste. And now it's like, what do I got to show for it? Pretty much nothing. Tell you what, guys, I won't be able to buy another motorcycle again unless I get rid of another one. I am out of room. My shed is packed. Thought about buying another one, but I don't know. Do I really want to have that many motorcycles? Because like I said, you know, I mean, I honestly would like to get a real Grom. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of getting the impression that they are not that durable. You know, I mean, I'm sure they're more durable than Chinese scooters are, or, you know, that the Chinese Grom clone is. But, you know, you always hear about people breaking them, or, you know, this and that, you know, but I know they beat pretty heavily on them. But I mean, I don't know, could a Grom handle being driven, you know, hundreds of miles a day? You know, like I put 2,000 miles on my scooter almost in like about, I don't know, like 3 months, 4 months. That's crazy. That's a lot of driving. Ugh, hate starting out on hills. It's been you know, I don't drive this very much, so I'm kind of out of practice on driving this thing now. All right, good to go. Heck yeah, nice day for a bike ride. All my friends are too flippin' lazy. Wanna go for a bike ride? No. No. What the hell? Nice bug. Probably a 1960 something, I'm sure. But yeah, guys, I was thinking about buying some spam cards for my channel. I don't know if you guys know a good place to buy them from. If you do, put them in the link in the description. You know, where I can get some cheap business cards made, whatever. There's a kappa. Don't come around for me. Thank you very much. You better shut that light off, dude. Cop sees you got one headlight, you'd be getting a ticket. Okay, go ahead. Go. Chop, chop. Alright. Alright, let's go past the lake, I guess. Town is not packed today, so this is a good day to come through here. Yeah, that's another thing that happened this week. My landlord, they're raising the rent at our mobile home park another $20 this year. Every year I lived there so far, they raised it like 10, and then last year was 15, this year's 20. And the thing bad about it is the park is not even really doing anything for us, it seems like. I mean, it's not like the park is getting any better. You know, I mean, they're putting new mobile homes in, but how does that help me, you know, the person who's been living there forever? You know, I mean, it's not like they're benefiting me anyhow by them putting new mobile homes in. I would think they'd be getting their money back out of them when they sell them, I would think. But yeah, I mean, it's almost getting to the point now where I am almost starting to think I'm better off buying a house. Because I think I'm paying like $475 right now. And when I bought my house, when I first bought it, my payments were only like $600 a month. And I had a house where I could do whatever the hell I wanted with it, you know. But yeah, I kind of wonder with some of these YouTubers now that they've made these new changes where they don't want you cussing and stuff like that. I'm kind of wondering how many of them are losing a lot of money because they, you know, unmonetize their videos. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these YouTubers are, that's their you know, their money they made for a living, you know. And I know Cycle Cruiser showed his, and his almost every video he had was like banned or, you know, unmonetized. So I really wonder how bad that's going to affect them. But anyways, guys, I think this video is starting to get a little long. So I think I'm gonna pull over here for a second and shut down, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, take care, subscribe, like, bye.